All right, students. Here are the problems that we've been working toward. This is what your assignment is going to look like. It's going to do the work that we did over here at the first bank that we went to. Remember when we went to the Fifth Third Bank? And they paid 6% interest compounded semi-annually. Semi-annually is twice per year. And we compounded the interest twice and found the answer to be $12,730.80. What we'd like is a formula that will take us directly to that answer without showing this work. Here's how this formula works. A is the amount of money we'll have at the end of 1 year. P is our principal. That was the $12,000 that we invested. Copy the 1 plus, and then a fraction. R is the rate. 6% as a rate is 0.06. N is the number of times per year that we're compounding. If we're compounding semi-annually, that's twice per year. Put a 2 there. There's an N here. The same N is here. That's still twice per year. T is time. We're investing this money for 1 year. Now show your work this way. The first thing we'll do is divide 0.06 by 2. I'm going to copy the 12,000. 2 times 1 is 2. Copy the 1 plus. 0.06 divided by 2 is 0.03. Now add 1 plus 0.03. Copy everything else. Copy the 12,000. And on your calculator, take 1.03 to the second power. Do you know how to take things to a power on your calculator? 1.03 to the second power is 1.0609. Finally, we multiply 12,000 times 1.0609, and we get $12,730.80. Same answer we got by using simple interest formula, but now we can do the whole thing in just one step. Great. Let's try another example. When we went to Chase Bank compounded quarterly. That's 4 times per year. That was a lot of work. We had to use the simple interest formula 1, 2, 3, 4 times to get the final answer. Here's a formula that will allow us to get that final answer using just this one formula one time. Here's how it works. A is the amount of money we'll have at the end of the year. P is our principal. Well, we invested $12,000. Copy the 1, copy the plus. R stands for rate. The interest rate was 6%. Change 6% to 0.06. N is the number of times per year that will compound the interest. If we're compounding quarterly, that's 4 times per year. N is 4. Here's N again. And we are leaving the money in the bank for 1 year. T is time, that's 1. Next step, copy the 12,000. Copy the 1 and the plus. Divide 0.06 by 4. 0.06 divided by 4 is 0.015. And 4 times 1 is 4. Now add 1 plus 0.015. We'll copy the 12,000. And on your calculator, take 1.015 to the fourth power. When you do that, you'll get a very messy decimal. My calculator says 1.06136, and then there's a whole bunch of digits. Just leave the whole thing on your calculator. Leave the whole thing on your calculator and then hit times 12,000. And your calculator will give you $12,736.36. That's the same answer we got by using the simple interest formula 4 times. We can use this formula once and get the final answer straight away. When you do these problems on your own, that's how I want you to show your work. Give me the formula, fill in the numbers, and then show me step by step using your calculator how you arrive at that final answer. Now, the last bank that we went to compounded their interest monthly. Monthly is 12 times a year. That was a crazy amount of work. 12 times per year, leading us to that balance. Let me rewrite that balance here, and let's see if our formula leads us to that answer in one step. A is the amount of money I'll have at the end of the year. $12,000 is the amount of money that I put in the bank. Copy the 1. The rate was 6%, which is 0.06. When we compound monthly, that's 12 times per year. So N is 12. T is time. We're leaving the money in the bank for 1 year. Let me copy the 12,000. Copy the 1 plus. 0.06 divided by 12 is 0.005. And 12 times 1, I'll put right there. Now let's add 1 plus 0.005. And copy everything else. The next step is on your calculator. Can you take 1.005 to the 12th power? You'll again get a very messy decimal. Leave that whole terrible decimal on your calculator and hit times 12,000, and you should get $12,740.13. The same as we did by using the simple interest formula 12 times, we can get the final answer using this formula just once. Let's try one last problem to kind of pull everything together. Find the amount you will pay back on a 5-year car loan of $23,000. This is an 8% loan compounded monthly. You might be surprised just how much interest you have to pay back on a 5-year car loan. Have a bank give you money for 5 years, they want a lot of money in return. How much money will you pay back? That's A. P is the principal. We borrowed $23,000. R is the rate. 8% we show as 0.08. N is the number of times we compound per year. If we compound monthly, we know monthly is 12 times per year. Finally, T is time. But this time, we're taking the loan and holding it for 5 years. 5 years is a long time. That's why the bank will want so much interest. Let's copy the 23,000. Copy 1 plus. 0.08 divided by 12. 0.08 divided by 12 is 0.006 repeating. Leave that whole thing on your calculator. 12 times 5, that's 60. Copy the 23,000. And on your calculator, with this whole big decimal still on your calculator, add 1. Leave that whole crazy decimal on your calculator. And then use your calculator to take that to the 60th power. My calculator says 1.48984, on and on and on. Leave that whole thing on your calculator and multiply it by 23,000. And I get $34,266. I'm going to round this off. I'm going to round it off to 45 cents. Your $23,000 car, by the time you pay it off over 5 years, becomes a $34,000 car. All right, I think you're ready. Go try some homework problems, and I'll see you later on today.